Developing the quality of listener. Now, every week we talk about developing the qualities, and I hope that we try to give you some hints, clues, some things to do to make it better. And I looked this up, and a man named Ralph Nichols gave these hints as to what you should do. He says the most basic of all human needs is the need to understand and be understood. The basic of all human needs is the need to understand and be understood. The best way to understand people is to listen to them. What do you think the number one thing that I heard from 99% of the football players that I coached? I don't want to be disrespected. All I want you to do is respect me. Well, let me tell you how to respect someone. Listen to them. The number one thing people want to be is understood. The number one way you can understand someone is to listen to them. You want to disrespect someone? Don't listen to them. Now, how do you develop these listening skills? Because we need to know, okay, Coach, I want to be a good listener. I'm with you. How do you do it? If I don't teach you how to do it, and all I do is say, you just need to be a better listener, no guarantees. I'm going to teach you exactly how to be a good listener. I'm going to teach you how to cooperate. Number one, maintain eye contact. And we talked about this the other day. Be present. What do you think the number one problem in business, education, athletics is? People are never where they say they are. They're out fishing and they're thinking about their job. They're on their job and they're thinking about fishing. They're in the classroom and their history classroom and they're thinking about Margaret Ann. They're with Margaret Ann and they're worried about what the coach thinks about them. Be present. Be here. If you say you're going to be here, if you're going to stand in front of somebody, or you're going to sit in the classroom, or you're going to go to a meeting, then be here. When I would go and give a speech, I would always say, how many of y'all are here today? And you'd hear people kind of giggle, and they'd raise their hand. I said, okay, all these said you're going to be here, so be here for the next however long the speech was. And I think it made a difference because it brought to their attention, if somebody's going to talk to you, they think it's important. So be here. Number two, remove all the distractions. And this is a new thing. What is the number one distraction? And I'm going to tell you, all the years that I taught, and I would tell them, here's how to be a good listener. What's the number one distraction? My cell phone. So when I was a classroom teacher, I bought me 2 or 3 of those phone chargers, that had multiple outlets on it. And when the kids came in, I told them, I said, I got y'all a way to charge your phone, so y'all just hook your phones up to charge it. Well, they thought I was such a nice guy because I was charging their phone for them. I was just removing the distraction. But instead of yelling at them about looking at their phone, I removed the phone. Remove the distractions. Whatever is distracting you, just remove it. Now, they did a study, I think it was at Harvard. I'm not going to guarantee that because that may not be true, but it was a study that I read. And I haven't been able to find it again, or I would quote where it came from, that the reason the people at the front of the class make the best grades, there's no distractions. The people at the back of the class, if there's 5 people in front of them, there's 5 chances for them to be distracted. So when you sit at the back of the class, you're improving the chance for you to fail, because you've got a bunch of distractions you've got to overcome. Have you ever noticed that the colleges today and a lot of the high schools are building classrooms in an elevated manner to where the people in the back are still looking at the teacher rather than the distractions in the front? That's where this study developed this. When I was a coach, I always, even in the classrooms, I put the kids in a circle. That way there's nobody between me and them. They don't have the distractions. Remove the distractions to be a good listener. Number 3, keep an open mind. Listen to what they say. The minute somebody starts talking and you label them, well, he's a Democrat, keep an open mind. Wait till you hear what he has to say. Rachel Rimon said this: the most powerful way to connect to another person is to listen. Just listen. Perhaps the most important thing we ever give each other is our attention. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, old, young, black, white. It doesn't matter. That other person speaking, give them the attention. And if you do that, they respect you and you respect them. Number 4, do not interrupt. Let them finish what they're saying. How many times have you heard someone, and the minute they get started, the other guy interrupts them? What are you really telling that person? I'm a lot more important than you are. I'm not going to listen to you. And you interrupt. Wait till the man finishes. Wait till she finishes what she's saying before you do anything. Number 5, ask questions only to ensure understanding. Don't be sarcastic. Don't use questions to put somebody down. Ask questions to ensure understanding. When you ask them questions, you're telling them what you're saying is important. I want to make sure I understand what it is that you're saying. 1, maintain eye contact. Number 2, remove distractions. Number 3, keep an open mind. Number 4, don't interrupt. And number 5, ask questions. When you do those 5 things, and I hope you wrote those down, when you do those 5 things, you're developing the quality of being a good listener. And by doing that, you're becoming the best you that you can be.